Meta actually is looking to make money by targeting children who are your son's age and younger. This is a document that was leaked by a Meta whistleblower that is their policies when it comes to chatbots with children. And if you look here, the first line, it says, it is acceptable, this is Meta's own words, it is acceptable to engage a child in conversations that are romantic or sensual. So here Meta is with a deliberate policy to target children, teenagers, your boy's age and younger, for the purposes of exploiting them. Why? So they can make money. What are the consequences of that? Well, let's look at another young man who is just a few years younger than your boy. Sewell Seltzer was his name. Sewell was 14. He's a handsome kid. This was a great kid. I've gotten to know his parents, and much like your son, Ms. Wood, I mean, this is just a fantastic kid. He also was the victim of sextortion. The difference with your son is that his sextortion was pursued by a chatbot. That wasn't even human. You know, your son's killers are beyond the reach. They're in a different country. They're hiding behind all of the various laws and treaties, and of course the platforms themselves. This young man's killer, an AI chatbot, can't be held accountable because they've got special protections that no other corporation in the country or in the world gets. The chatbot that engaged with young Sewell engaged him in sexting activities, and then urged him to commit suicide, told him how to commit suicide, and tragically, he did it. And his parents, much like you now, are giving voice to him, to his legacy. But the true justice that will come for boys like Sewell, for young men like Sewell, for young men like your son, James, and for other young Americans out there is we have to be able to hold these technology companies accountable. And that is why I've introduced legislation that will prevent the AI companies from targeting minors with chatbots. It is time for this committee to mark up this bill. Senator Britt is a co-sponsor. Senator Blumenthal is a co-sponsor. Senator Murphy is a co-sponsor. My point is it's bipartisan. This committee needs to mark that bill up, and we need to protect our kids from the profiteering of these corporations. And we need to do something else. This committee passed unanimously, legislation that would allow the parents of victims of child sex abuse material, allow them to sue companies that put that child sex abuse material online, that host it, knowingly or recklessly. We passed it unanimously. It is languishing on the Senate floor. Unanimously out of the Judiciary Committee months ago, and it is sitting on the floor of the Senate. Why? Because big tech fears it. They don't want it to move. I call now, today, on Senate leadership, which is controlled by my party. I call on them to put that bill on the floor. Listen to the testimony of Ms. Woods. Heed the witness of her son. Heed the witness of Sewell Seltzer. Listen to the young Americans whose lives have been lost and destroyed by predators. Put this bill on the floor. There is no excuse for further delay. No amount of money from big tech can ever sanction or make right our inability to act, our failure to do so. This committee has acted. It is time for the Senate to act. And it would be a travesty, inexcusable for this Congress to close out this year without taking action to protect our children. Thank you again all for being here. Thank you, Ms. Woods, especially for you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.